Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and not Sunday, it is Tuesday night. Fast forward, it is Tuesday. Hope everybody is doing well as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. Good to see you guys here. Yes, indeed, as we march forward, getting through some comments. Good to see JM Unleashed is here, Maria is here, Richard Metcalf. Good to see Deja Vu. Coins A to Z is with us tonight. Good to see Tom Larson, and Red Crawler is here. Good to see you. All right. Yes, indeed. If only who would have made his bet for Monday instead of Friday, I would be owing him push-ups. But I gave him push-ups anyway when he paid that bet off. I wish Pakistan and Zindagood would pay his debt off. All right, very good. Let's get into the comments. We're going back in time here just a little bit. We got Greg Dewey says here on the video about the record activity, and which that may be part of what's driving what's going on behind the scenes here with this video here. Let's see. He says this: if someone has to go to sell a few ounces of gold, what percentage would they try to get out of current price? If it's $3,300 an ounce for 1.5% lower, $49.50 less, equaling $32.50. Yes, there is going to be people that will pay back of spot. One of my local coin dealers, very rarely, there are times when they pay spot price, but usually it's back of spot, depending how much gold they have been buying. And they've been buying a lot of gold lately. It's a lot lately, for sure. All right. Now, let's see here. We've got Robert Medina says, Ted Provenza was right. He was ahead of the game coin of the realm. Okay. All right. Well, I think there's guesses and there's hype as well, and I think that's one of those hype channels, but that's notwithstanding. We've got this from let's see if this might be a okay, all right. No, Armando Reyes. Yeah, we know Armando. Yes, very good. Armando says, I honestly feel as though we aren't living in reality. Just who cares about $4? If you bought silver at $28, $30, or $32, you for some reason are happy about 34. Wait for a triple price increase. 75 plus is the actual number that we should be looking for, because to be honest, silver is worth way more than 50 measly bucks an ounce. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, Armando. It just takes time, and there's a lot that affects the market, and it was a big move yesterday, for sure. It was a huge move, and we're holding on to $4 an ounce too, but it didn't increase $4. It wasn't by that much. That would be massive, but nonetheless, we're taking small steps with silver, and it does require that. Time is your friend. Patience and time is your friend for silver. Yes, indeed. All right, thank you. Bruce Gordon says, not an investment. You pay more than it's worth to buy. You then sell it for less than it's worth when you sell it. But buy. Well, Bruce Gordon, you're missing the point. Because, yes, you pay a premium on every single thing you buy. You pay a premium. But the difference between silver and most everything else out there, except for maybe gold and other precious, well, gold mainly, is you have a floor and you have a ceiling. That floor, in other words, you're not going to get anything less than that, and that is some percentage back of spot and maybe back of bid price, but you're always going to be protected by the intrinsic value of the metal, no matter what. So it is not an investment, you're right, but it is also a hedge against economic instability. So that's the difference there. All right. Cindy Bartunik. Don't worry, Trump is going to make us so rich. Free Trump money for everybody, so stop worrying. Trump. I can't tell if they're being sarcastic there, but nonetheless, Trump is actually, no matter what you think of Trump, I think he's doing what he thinks is best for the country, and he's much more proactive than the previous president. In some ways, that's good, because although in other ways it's bad, because the proactive actions that have been occurred by the auto-pen president were absolutely horrible for the country. Joe Biden was a disaster, and Trump maybe says some things that may offend many of us, myself included, or that are petty. But I tell you what, he's doing a heck of a lot more for this country than than Biden did, or the people that ran that administration. All right, Jame Unleashed. This is actually pretty scary about the attack there on the Russian Air Force. Attacking Russia is not a good idea. Their technology is far more advanced than most people realize. Well, I tell you, Jame Unleashed, maybe not. The fact that they could take out a third of that's not been disputed, by the way, but they may not be as advanced as some people think. We know they have hypersonics. However, the fact that they're still in a yes, they're gaining territory in the eastern provinces, and they will win this war if it keeps going the way it's going. But it was not an easy fight. They've lost a lot of men. We've learned a lot about the Russian military, and it's not as fierce as many of us had thought, myself included. I thought for sure this would be a cakewalk for Russia, and it has not. And say what you want about Ukraine, but they've got very brave fighters. Trump has even said that. And even though Ukraine, by what it is and what it has been for many years, is probably one of the most corrupt countries in the world. And neither country is good. And they both need overhauling. But nonetheless, it is what it is, and it's fascinating to see. We're learning a lot from this, and I think that attack will change warfare as we know it. That's one of those pivotal moments for sure. Like the Gatling gun in the Civil War was a game changer. Mechanized warfare started during the Civil War, the American Civil War. The Boers Wars in South Africa, that was the beginning of Trump warfare. Well, this attack, this drone attack using AI, from what I understand, is going to be a game changer in battlefield tactics and technology. It's pretty scary stuff, indeed. Cheetah Kid is here. Good to see you. Welcome. One Species is here. Matt Winge is here. Good to see you guys. Yeah, drones are the new front line. You're right. Exactly. Good to see Silver Scientist. Welcome. You ever tried chicken Kiev? Delicious. Never tried it. Michael K. Monday at 10:30. Silver exploding. Yes. Crazy. Sure was. Sure did. Yep, indeed, for sure. Thank you, brother. And Steve C. says, we await Russian response. Things could get out of hand. It really could. And we don't know what that response is going to be like yet, but I hear they're amassing troops, and it will be. They need to they could step up the game, for sure. Bruce Pieta is here. I don't underestimate either side at this point. Russia's got the hypersonics. That technology has been proven. And that's pretty scary stuff. I think they may even be ahead of us on that in that regard. Clinton DeMoss, welcome. Good to see you. Appreciate you guys joining me here tonight. We got a fairly good crowd with us here as we go through more of these comments. We're expecting some scammers to call us here momentarily. About 4 of them said they were going to call. Let's see if they do. All right. We've got Gardner Earth Guy. Steals gold, gets involved in a war, has 3 times. Yeah, that Roosevelt guy was dirty. He sure was. That's right. There you go. Exactly. Whoa, look at this. Jennifer Scamell has just signed up to become an honorary citizen on her own accord. Thank you, Jennifer. Welcome. Everybody give her a warm welcome. This is a very rare thing that people actually sign up on their own accord. Usually it's gifted. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, Jennifer. Welcome. Glad you're here. And let's see here. Very good. And let's see what we've got here. Chad Wolf says, all the gold in the world doesn't matter if you can't survive a nuclear winter. That's exactly right. True that. Exactly. Pretty scary stuff. Gold is up $86. Silver up 4.2%. That's right. It's pretty amazing. Look back what happened. That was a pretty big day for precious metals. It sure was. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. And we've got 66 Sam. Hold your gold, squeeze your silver, fatten the platinum. There you go. I fattened my platinum stack in a video hardly anybody watched this morning. Okay, here comes a scammer. Clear Day Health. Let's see what this is here. Hello? Hello?
Hello, my name is Mike. How are you doing today?
You had to think about that for a moment, didn't you? You had to look at the script.
No, I'm
Yes.
not looking at the script.
Well, then why did you pause when you said your name? What is your Hindi name? What is your Hindi name?
I'm, I'm saying that my name is Michael. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'll just forget that I ever asked you what your Hindi name was. Continue on with your script. Go ahead. Oh, son of a motherless goat. See, you can't keep them on very long. And even when you play along, they'll just hang up. They'll just hang up because they say, well, this is boring. I'm going to go somewhere else. They're not paid. I think they're just paid to annoy. So I annoy back. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. NFL 2254 says, yeah, I would never want to gain over global deaths. Hope things settle down exactly right. I hope things do too. We pray for peace in the region. And yes, indeed. Marion King says, says here, I just ordered a 10 ounce and 1 ounce silver germanium mint bars. And just for giggles, I ordered a kilo of copper of germanium mint bar. Also nice. Go Summit Metals. Nice. Yeah, Summit Metals is carrying the germanium mint stuff now, which is pretty cool. So check them out at summitmetals.com. If you're interested in germanium mint stuff. In fact, you know what? We may go look here, and it says here, Winston Wolf is here. Good to see Winston Wolf. Good to see Coins A to Z. Gold Species here. Gold will do us no good. Nuclear winter. I guess we shouldn't stack gold. I love the lot. Yeah, I know. I hear you. I just think it's perspective, but you're right. Yeah, it's like it's a, I mean, we shouldn't eat tomorrow then either, right? We shouldn't eat anymore. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Germanium mint. Here's Germanium. If you go to Summit Metals, click the Germanium mint tab and button, and you will see all of their offerings. Oh, they sold out of the kilo copper bars. That was a pretty popular one. They've got a 10 ounce bar. They got some of the runes. They got Germanium mint UV light. Lots of cool stuff there, so check them out. I got a lot of the runes there. You got a pretty good selection there of the Germanium mint products over there at Summit Metals for those of you interested. And let's get back over here and see we've got Aaron. It's finally over 34 an ounce and a close to 1,100 a kilogram. Yes. Wow. Think about it via kilogram. It really puts it into perspective. You're right. Hobo Bill, I bought just before the market opened. Well, gold was 3,300. Way to go. And you know what? I also bought just before the market opened as well at around that price. And although my benefit won't be as much, it's close considering what I got. Thank you. A little cinnamon got caught in my throat again. I just can't help it. I love cinnamon in my coffee. Risking scratching my vocal cords as an effect. I don't understand why that happens, but it does. John Bethia, the U.S. government should get into this conflict because it'll only make things worse in this country. Should not. Okay, yes. Well, there's a fine line, I think, there, and I think we're pretty much near the end of that line as to how much more we can give them. It's just crazy. Crazy what's happening there. D. Hendon, Europe wants war, NATO wants war, U.S. should get out of NATO quickly. Russia may end this war right now with brutal force. They very well could. They very well could. But I think if they were to use brutal force like nuclear weapons, that would draw international condemnation. Because you think about it, folks. Russia attacked Ukraine, and Russia brought it upon themselves. So even though technically, it's probably not a good idea to get the bear going. What do you call it? To poke the bear by attacking those aircrafts. It is certainly something that they had coming to them. They had it coming to them. No question about it. And it is completely appropriate to do, considering that Ukraine was invaded by Russia. Silver is ripping today. It sure is. And today it's not doing too shabby either, considering. But the Turd Ferguson says here, one day silver will move, but it won't be today, tomorrow, or this year. Probably not next year either. Maybe next decade. Silver is not gold. It is horribly abundant and a byproduct of other mining operations. Only another massive expansion of global M2 will make it go higher. Until then, keep lying to yourself. Oh, and the gold to silver is meaningless. And it has been for some time. Yep, we should always compare silver with itself instead of gold at this point. I agree with that. All right. The 2-ounce gilt silver-proof kookaburra from the Perth Mint. I've not seen that. I'm sure it's pretty impressive. The Perth Mint does an amazing job. They do an amazing job, for sure. All right, here comes another scammer. Let's see here. Hello?
Hi, is this Jim?
This is Jim, yes.
Hey, is this a good time to talk?
Yes, this is a good time to talk, because this is the time we scheduled, right?
Yeah.
That's
so,
right.
once again, you were interested in taking some funding for your business? Is that right?
That's exactly right. I am interested in taking some funding for my business. I would like that very much.
How much are you looking to get?
How much am I looking to get? 120,000. It's always 120,000. Post that in the comments section below if it's 120,000. Will you do that, sir?
Yeah, of course. But first of
you.
all, I would like to.
Okay, wait a second, sir. Hold on a second. I don't see your comment. I didn't see you type 120,000. You said you were going to do it, and then you brushed it off and moved on to the next phase. You didn't actually type 120,000.
I typed it.
Okay.
If we could continue.
Yes, let's continue. Go ahead. I'm ready to move on. I don't hold grudges. I don't like to dwell on the past. I like to move forward to the future. So let's continue on.
How much are you making per month in revenue?
98,000. Hold on one second. This might be my lawyer. Hold on. 98,000 a month. Hello? I'm still here. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. It was a glitch. It was a glitch in the Matrix. Sorry about that. And I'm talking about Matrix Revolutions, by the way.
Oh, okay. So you said 90K a month.
No. Not 90K. 98,000. It's always 98,000 is what I earn per month. So type 98,000 in the comments, okay?
Oh, okay. I'll make sure to do that. Well, how about your FICO score? How much is that?
How much is... Well, whenever I go to get my FICO score, it costs me about $49.95 to get that. They don't like to... I have to pay to get that FICO score, so it's about $49.95.
Well, can you tell me what it is? Because we can go on if you can tell me that.
Well, I know it's great. I know it's really good, but I have to pay $50 or $49.95 to get it again, but I know it's really good. It's a good score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. So would you say it's above 500?
Oh, yeah, most definitely above 500. Oh, yes. That's a low-hanging fruit. That's low.
Oh, okay. So...
You want to know what my psycho score is, by the way?
Yeah, go on.
I am mentally competent and able and of sound mind. You know what I mean? Sir?
What is your... Look, let me just pass you to one of my underwriters right here, and he can give you all the details.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hey, what's going on, Jim?
Hi. Who is this?
How's it going?
It's going great.
This is Tom with Parkview Advance. You were just speaking with Oscar. Oscar just started out with us. So, do you have any questions?
Yes. Well, I'd like to know what are the terms? What's the interest rate? How does this all work? What do you need from me? Other than he just wanted to know what my some of my numbers, like how much I earn per month, how much I need, that type of thing. But we just wanted to know what we want to do. So you're the underwriter, right?
Yes.
And you're not going to pass me. You're not going to pass me along to the undertaker, are you? After this, right?
Absolutely not.
Good.
I'm
Is
a fan
Oscar
of
still?
the
Is this a
Undertaker.
three-way call with Oscar?
No, Oscar it's not a three-way call with Oscar. He just passed me over the headset.
Nice. I
Oscar
like
is
it.
an outbound reach type of guy.
He's a what?
But he's an outbound reach type of guy, looking to bring in new clients
I like
whenever
it.
they come in through the front door.
That
and,
Oscar's a real
get
go-getter,
a little
isn't he?
warmer.
He's a real go-getter.
He
Oscar is.
He is. He's doing great. It's his first week right now, and he's doing a great job.
Well, that's
But,
wonderful. We want to make it. We want to make him feel warm and at home and welcome. You know what I mean?
Of course.
That's right.
So exactly what the interest rate and numbers that you're looking for. I wouldn't be able to give you completely accurate numbers, but just a ballpark amount.
Can we have it? Is there a way we can get the numbers within 1/1000th of a decimal point? Is that a possibility?
1/1000th of a decimal.
Yeah. In other words,
I don't completely understand.
0.0001. That's the margin of error. So it's not totally exact, but fairly accurate. You know what I mean? Is that a possibility?
Okay.
Because you think about it, there are commodities that are traded on the COMEX and other places in fractions of a cent. In other words, sometimes in the Shanghai Gold Exchange, the markets will open and it will show like 0.00 and it'll be red, but it move. You know what I'm saying? But it moves up like a very fraction of a percentage point. So we can sometimes see that movement because things, believe it or not, are priced in fractions of a cent these days.
Yes. I know there was guys that made a lot of money with, I don't know if you've ever heard, I think in Bitcoin, they were buying Bitcoin and like sending it to China, and there was like a price difference there, and they were making a boatload of capital like that. What is it exactly you're looking to use?
That's called arbitrage. That's called arbitrage when they do something like that. And I'd like to be able to take and do the same thing, not just with Bitcoin, but I want to do it in the tampon industry. And let me show you what my pitch is. So the tampon industry in China is grossly underserved, and we're going to provide new tampon technology that takes advantage of silver and special materials that is very absorbent and antimicrobial. And we want to hit the Chinese market and take care of that arbitrage so that we can make money on transferring those silver-infused tampons to stop the bleeding over there in China.
Okay, I don't completely understand exactly what you're looking to use the capital for.
We need to buy the silver on the COMEX. We need to buy the silver. We got all the other materials, but we need to get some silver for this project. And we've got a special exemption from Howard Lutnick on tariffs because they see the vision in the Commerce Department of the United States of America. And they think that if we can get them tampons and make their women happy, then men won't be so snappy and they won't go after Taiwan. And Xi Jinping very well could be more agreeable to this tariff situation. So it's a butterfly effect. And we're talking about flappity with the wings. As soon as the butterfly comes out of the cocoon from being a, caterpillar, and that's the way we're going to do it. We need to get these tampons to China quickly. Tampons for China, hashtag tampons for China on social media. It's a big campaign we're doing over here. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
Free the tampons. From the period to the menstrual cycle, free the tampons.
So the business that you operate under is Negan Enterprises?
That's right. That's
correct?
That's the business.
How long have you been in business for?
It's completely legal and above board too. 14 years. That's 1 year less than 15 years. Next year it'll be 15 years.
All right, that's amazing. And it's been going pretty well?
We've had our ups and downs. Every 28 days we run into a little snag every 28 days, but other than that, it's doing fine.
It's usually what happens when you're running a business.
That's what she said.
It doesn't always operate smooth, but at the end of the day, you're the shot caller, and you get to do whatever you like. And
I shock the heck out of the callers the employees. We hire a lot of child laborers and Uyghurs in Western China. We got shot collars on them too. It's great. We get them in line pretty quickly.
Well, Jim, if you're interested,
And I am.
Did Oscar end up send you an email?
Oscar has not sent me an email yet, and I don't want to catch Oscar on a bad day because then he would be grouchy. We don't want that. We want to. He's on. This is his first week, so we're getting the best of Oscar now. But I want to make sure that that everything is on the up and up with Oscar. So I'll look out for his email. I'm sure that it will say in the subject line, tampons for Tim or something like that, and then we'll be able to move forward. Okay?
Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah, put tampons for Tim.
The eagle has landed.
No, not the Eagles landed. We need tampons for Tim because Tim is going to be our guy in China. He's the governor of Minnesota, I believe. Tim, what's his name? Tim Walz, and he's going to be our guy. He's going to be our front guy on this. He's going to do the jazz hands. He's going to do all the things, and he's going to be singing Sugar High Liquor and waving his hands all about and about. And so, yeah, let's do that. Have Oscar email me. Let's touch base on Friday at 6:15, okay?
All right, I'm going to have Oscar email you right now.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Take care.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
I was expecting like 3 other calls coming in at that time, and they didn't do it, these sons of biscuits. We'll see here. All right, let's see here. All right, what do we have here? We got Jean Lefevre says this: when bombs go down, goes ballistic. And it sure does. That's right. Sure does. Yep. Thank you, Jay Unleash. Appreciate that. Had a little fun with that. Bill457 is here. Beto is here. Good to see you guys. All right, here. And Matt Wing says the government will take what we earned one way or another. That's one thing. There's death and taxes. Those are the 2 most certain things in life, for sure. All right. Very good. Thank you, Coins A to Z. Good to see Mrs. Quincrew is here. The lovely Mrs. Quincrew. Welcome. Glad you're here. You want to check out her channel that shows some really cool coins that she gets for herself and the shop, because her and Mr. Coin Crew run a coin shop, and they always get some really interesting stuff. So check out her channel and Coin Crew's channel out. Matt Wing, less government, more common sense craziness. We need more common sense. We sure do, indeed. And Peter Shaver says Russia has nukes, Ukraine doesn't. It's not even a real war. We know that because a real war, Russia would use nukes. Well, it is a real war. Ask the soldiers who fight on both sides. Just because nukes aren't being used does not mean it's not a real war. Jay Monlease, thanks you for the thumbs up, brother. Appreciate that very much. And Duxbury Real Estate says the U.S. was definitely involved. Get your head out of the sand. The U.S. are controlling Zelensky. Well, I don't know. If we were controlling Zelensky, we would bring him to the peace table right now. That's not happening. And apparently Zelensky says that they did this on their own. But hey, even if we provided those drones, so be it. Although I think right now we need to be very careful how much money we're spending. And we can't afford to spend more money in Ukraine. That's for sure. And we need accountability for the money that was spent there. Excuse me. Thank you, James Unleashed, for posting a link to Mr. and Mrs. Quincrew's channels. Appreciate that so much. And Jerry Mandarin says this: gold ownership wasn't fully banned in the U.S. from 1933 to 1974 under Executive Order 6102. You could keep up to $100 in gold. Yep, and I mentioned that I think in that video, but certainly in another video I did recently, I mentioned that. So yes, that's right. They don't take collectible coins or regular gold coins up to $100 worth, which is about a little less than 5 ounces. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Yeah, there's something on my nose made me sneeze. I've got some continual allergies or whatever, but anyways. Oh whoa! 8-inch Destroyer is out of surgery. He went in at 3 o'clock and got out just 20 minutes ago, and he's here. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, 8-inch Destroyer. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're not feeling much pain. But welcome, my brother. Yes, indeed. We're praying for you. Thank you for popping in here tonight. Wow, amazing. Yes, indeed. Whatever you do, don't overdo it. And if this is going to be draining on you, don't stick around. I don't normally say that, but people's health and well-being is certainly the most important thing. But as long as you're comfortable and stay in here, that's fine. But sometimes I'm sure you're not sitting up, probably laying down. But if you're holding your phone, any movement you do that's going to cause you any angst, I certainly understand if you can't stay. Or if you're just tired, because, man, you got to still be groggy from, man. So, yes, indeed. Thank you, brother. Good to see you. And good to see all of you guys here. Hobo Bill says, here we go. All the online dealers are going to jack up premiums to line their pockets, screw the stackers. It has to be a better way besides waiting for the dips. Well, any dealer that's really good will hopefully will be able to hedge themselves and be able to still make money by not doing that. I mean, some of the premiums, although some premiums do rise because there's a lot of demand, and that will happen all the way around no matter what. But I don't think we're in that situation yet. But anyways, good to see you guys. All right. The coin you held up in that video would not have been confiscated. Which video and which coin did I hold up? I'm trying to think of which one it is. Oh, look at this. Michael K. just sent $5 for my LCS. Thank you so much, Michael K. Thank you, brother. Let's give him 10 push-ups of first act of kindness tonight. Thank you, Michael K. Very cool of you. Let's make that happen. Since he sent $5 via PayPal, friends and family, that means I give him 10 push-ups because there's no taxes or fees taken out on that. So let's make that happen. Thank you again, Michael K. Let's get over here and make this thing work, okay? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that so much. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Very, very good. Jim Winklebauer, this could be bad if Ukraine isn't careful. Russia has no sense of humor. Yes, indeed, that's true. Very good, very good. All right, let's see here. Oh, thank you, James Unleashed, for posting a link to that, to the PayPal friends and family. Appreciate that. And we've got this from Renee Oppenheimer. Renee says, anyone already bought rice and dried beans? If you store it right, it can last 30 years, good to eat. Otherwise, you'll be paying in gold for your food when the crap hits a fan. That's true. Always can be prepared in many other ways. Oh, man, $5 for Sal's Thingy Fund. Thank you so much, Tucson Bubba. And we have an agreement. I give him a slurp for that. And thank you, Tucson, for Super Chat of the night. Thank you so much. Tucson Bubba, appreciate that, my friend. Here we go. And Annie Oakley is here. She had to take a couple of phone calls, but she is with us tonight. And we're going to be responding to one of her comments here soon, so stay tuned for that. Good to see you, Annie Oakley. Yes, be prepared with food, water, ammo, guns, a lot of stuff, as well as gold and silver to be. And I'm weak on some of the other stuff, but yes, indeed. Trump tried his best, but little Z has the backing of the elite globalist fascist via NATO. All right. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. And there's some corruption there, too. It needs to be reformed for sure. And we're certainly running the cost of it, not seeing much of the benefit of it either. Cooperman says, the less government we have, the better off we will be. Exactly. Amen, brother. You're exactly right on that. MREs are good, too. It is good to have some MREs. All right, let's see here. All right. And let's get over here to this. See what we've got moving ahead. We've got this from Willa2365. This is the video about gold confiscation. And I talked about what the exceptions were to that. And from Willa has 2 comments here on that. We're going to answer each one of these. He says, sounds to me that Chase Bank has a history of cheating people. Be your own bank, people. That's right. Exactly. Exactly right. Chase was involved in this video. But yes, there we go. Tucson Bubba with the bourbon pump here. Sanitizing the entire chat. Appreciate that. Jerry Mandarin is here. So Will also says, I hope the U.S. can become unentangled from this war. Yes, indeed. And I think probably that's probably what Trump is going to do. He's doing his last effort to try to bring peace to the table. And then when it doesn't come, and that's going to involve it's going to have to involve Ukraine giving up territory. There's no other way around it. And they've got to give up territory. And if they don't do that, then we're just going to walk away. And then Putin's just going to take the whole country. And because we just can't afford to keep going. That is the only thing. But we'll see how it goes. Copper Rich is got some emoticons smiling at us here. Thank you so much. Silver should be $100. Well, I think probably anybody could give a number out there where it should be. I think it should be higher than where it is now. I'm thinking, honestly, silver should probably be $40, $40 or $45 at this point. So I think it's undervalued too. Maybe not as much as others think, but anyways. Edward Morgan on this little emergency broadcast video from yesterday. The war has been going on for too long. Everyone thought it would be over in a week, but Russia has gotten their butts whooped with nearly 1 million dead and countless aircraft and vehicles destroyed. I feel like Putin will go very big in a last-ditch effort. Yes, I think so too. And remember, Russians, to lose 1 million men in Russia is not as big a deal as us losing 56,000 men in Vietnam. Very different mindset over there in the East in general. And remember, Russia is part of the East. They're not part of Western civilization. So there's a different mindset in the East in general, and Russia is sort of in a place that's sort of caught in the middle to some extent. They have some, quote, Western values, but not very many of them. But it's a different mindset in Russia. Bill Arrington, the state of the world and the declining dollar. Look at that. Look at what the dollar could buy in the same time frame. Yes, indeed, that's right. True that. Yep, it's crazy. And let's see here. We've got this from Douglas Larson, 8167. Says this: every time Russia has major military action, gold rises. The ruble is not able to buy well on needs in the international market, so gold is used and in demand. In fact, that they did a transaction with Iran fairly recently. That's right. They just lost half of their long-range bombers, 1,200, and they will need to be replaced immediately. They will also need silver and platinum. Things could get wild. They sure could. They very well could. All right. Let's see here. We got Carrie Taryn on this video from yesterday. Says, I don't think it will be long before we go to war with China. Japan and the U.S. are already running joint operations with Japan's first offensive aircraft carrier right off China's waters. Strange to think that one of our enemies from World War II would be fighting with us in the future. I feel sorry for the younger generation that's going to have to fight this war. These are uncertain times we are living in indeed. For sure. I tell you what, it's pretty scary stuff. And Hegseth has already kind of saber rattled a bit on Taiwan as well. So it's kind of crazy. Street Maximum says here, geopolitics is very important on the movement of precious metals and overall general economic well-being. So Street Maximum, I'm going to say this again in regards to the U.S. government. In order to become creditworthy again, they need to stop printing paper and start mining gold out of the ground as much as they can. No one turns away and says no to gold, and it can be a creditworthy asset to pay off debts with no one wants to invest in U.S. dollar anymore. Yep, sooner or later that's going to happen. We're running ourselves into debt like crazy, and the Republican bill that's in the Senate right now is just a further extension of that with Biden-level spending. It really is too bad, and I don't understand why they just can't cut some of these wasteful programs at the very least. And really all they're asking for is to go back to really at best pre-pandemic levels, which was still too much. It was still too much. Pre-pandemic and 2019 budget was still way too much. But that's all they're really, even the most conservative, that's all they're asking for. It's just, I don't get it. I don't understand why this bill is going through with all this crap in it. But I think part of it is because we got wishy-washy Republicans in these districts where they're fearing re-election and they're not going to get re-elected. And they think, well, we might go too far. I don't know. That's the only thing I can guess. So for every really conservative Republican that wants to cut more, there may be 3 or 4 wishy-washy Republicans that will vote against if they do that. So it's they had to find a fine line, as I guess what they're dealing with. All right. Okay. FTRA 1987. Never trust the government. Never have. Never will. Amen. Dean R says, war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing except precious metals. That's right. True that. Not dramatically. I better go look again. That's right. Not dramatically. It is dramatically. The dramatic move yesterday. We got Wayne Poe. The diesel in 1970 was not the low sulfur, more expensive fuel compared to government regulations. Oh, okay. Good point on that. And we got coffee and relaxing. Everyone warned this was going to happen, but no one listened. All right. Everyone warned, but no one listened. Let's see here. Ah, yeah. Crazy. Moving in the markets. Where's another scammer when you need one? Let's see. I think one of them may have. Oscar, once again, can you send me your best email so I can reach out to you? Yeah, attach at least 4 bank statements. Okay, let's see here. No, we're not going to give him my best email. I'm going to give him my worst email. Not my best email. I'm going to give him my worst one. Silver Crypto says this here. Europe has been trying to control metals for a while now. I've heard quite a few stories of people who were not allowed to take cash out of their accounts without telling the bank what it was used for, and they said metals, they weren't allowed to withdraw at all. Europe is going downhill quickly. Yes, it's pretty crazy. Australia also had something like that happen. Here comes another scammer. Hello? Hello? Come on, connect. I heard the bloop, like the water dropping. It's gonna say, yep, it crapped out. Well, we gave it the old community college try, didn't we? Master Blaster! If you've not seen this video, check it out. I've never seen a deal like this before for platinum. I hope you will check this video out. Master Blaster says Fondo has become popular at Wally Mart, especially over in the Italian bread aisle. There you go, exactly right. Good to see you guys. Good to see Mario is here. Welcome, Bill457. Good to see Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker is here. Shotgun Susie is with us tonight. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, one more slurp is here. Neoson Dynasty is with us tonight as well. We got Mr. Bluegrass Fiddler on the video that I did about the Florida. The biggest problem I see occurring if any state started minting gold or silver coin is that the Chinese will immediately counterfeit these coins. Anyone accepting such coins will need to have a Sigma to confirm its real coinage. But I think there's going to be ways, the more coins that enter circulation, the more you're going to get used to them. Yes, indeed. We're going to get used to them. All right, very good. Oh, thank you, Jam Unleashed, for posting a link to that video. If you guys want to check that one out later, I'm going to pin that. Not going to pin the tail on the donkey. I'm going to pin the comment to the top of this chat. Thank you so much, Jam Unleashed. And let's get over here to this comment from Relic Addict. Relic Addict says, hey man, I don't know if you're watching, but silver is exploding right now. It keeps going up every time I look at it. Yep, I'm watching it, and I did a video on it. I did a video on it before you even commented on that video, actually, believe it or not. And, Silver Rally says, peace talks in Istanbul lasted only an hour. That's right, no agreement was reached. Yep, as I predicted, exactly what happened. I mentioned that would. Good evening, Canito Warrior. Welcome, Canito. Good to see you. All right, appreciate you stopping by. That's right. Let's see here. Glory TMCAG. Oh, this guy posts that same comment every time. I'm beginning to think it's scam or spam. Wits give sticky flowers. It's because you bought it all. Here you go. I bought it all. Corner in the market. Rubber City Rebel. I never buy through Walmart as they add sales tax when there's none due. Well, I talked about that in this video. You can get it removed, but it does require you to email them after the fact. But I can confirm that it works. But it is a pain to have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. Here comes another scammer. Let's see what we got here. Hello? Quiet, so it's no background noise. Yep, it crapped out on us. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Let's move on to the next comment, shall we? And see what we've got here. One of many is here. Good to see you. Yep, Zelensky probably doesn't want to end the money train. But the thing is, I don't know, are we still sending money? Is money still going to Ukraine with Trump in office? Is there still that happening? Of course, he's going to get money from other places, too, with not much accountability. And that's a huge problem, for sure. You're right. Cybercurrent Twitcher on this video. And I don't know if CCT is here with us tonight. If he is, I didn't see him. I must have missed him. But hello, CCT, if you are. He says, definitely not a metal for me. I tried selling a couple of 10th-ounce coins here to test the market. There was zero interest in them. Glad you managed to get a real deal on yours, though. I know they're far more popular in the U.S., as that's where all my platinum came from. Okay, yes, indeed. And it does make sense. If you're not, if you're near a region, even parts of the United States, if it's not popular or not highly liquid, I would not worry about getting much of it. I probably have too much of it, to be honest with you. Very good. Okay, thank you, 8-inch Destroyer. Thanks for popping in tonight, 8-inch Destroyer. Appreciate you. And prayers for healing. Hope the surgery went well. Hope this will take care of everything. Yes, indeed. All right. Shadow Banner. You have to be careful purchasing precious metals through Walmart because they've been shown to sell fake silver. I believe Silver Seeker has done a couple of videos on it. Yes. Well, the thing is, the trick is to look at who the actual they're the distributor. Okay, CCT has been here the whole time. Sorry I missed you. CCT has been here. And we have confirmed that. There he is. Thank you, CCT. So the thing is when you buy from Walmart, check in who it is being set up by. This one here was Bullion Exchanges, so I know it's legit. But you're right. You got to be careful buying from there. Walmart should vet those people, by the way. They should vet them. Surfing Silver, they cancel my credit card order, but accepted payment with PayPal. Good to know. For next time, I may just use PayPal through the credit card. All right, very good. And Silver Sleuth is here. He's here, but I'm still out there. Thank you. Good to see Silver Sleuth. Appreciate you being with us tonight. And F37 Metal on this other video here says this, fantastic info. I'm stacking silver for the long run. Get yourself some 90% silver. It's great for small transactions. Exactly right. Love the constitutional silver indeed. I've got a bag here of 14 dimes. That's 1 ounce worth of silver that I can use. Yes, indeed. I can take it and use it and fondle it and play with it. And yes, indeed, it's nice. All right, let's get over here to. There's Annie Oakley. Comment on the platinum video. Kind of piggybacking what the other comment was. Sal, I don't want to sound like your mama, but are you sure it's real? It came from China, after all. If it's real, that's cool, but you got it under spot, asking for a friend. Well, she makes a couple of good points. Number one, usually if a deal is too good to be true, it is not true and it's fake. So yes, you got to be very, very careful. But I know this is genuine. Why? Because the dealer who I bought it from, as I mentioned from the other comment. And number two, when I picked it up, I could tell it was real. There's no other metal that has a density of platinum, not even gold. It is even more dense than gold. So, yes, and highly unlikely given its price, you're going to see fakes out there of such a caliber. for Canadian maple leafs, filled with tungsten and what have you, because they would take so much work to make that happen. I don't know that it's worth it. But yes, still got to be very careful. So good thinking. You can be my mama anytime. I'll be glad to be your baby boy. As long as you will cuddle with me and hold me and burp me to sleep. That's all I ask. You're going to be my mama. Kookaburra, good stream as always. Thank you so much, Kookaburra man. He's been very kind to watch a lot of the older videos. Appreciate it. I've got over 8,000 of them now, so appreciate that so much. Coins A to Z. I haven't stopped buying silver and platinum. There you go. He likes silver and platinum. This is from the video that I just did. Silver doing something amazing. Good to see Silver Shelby Stacker is with us. Thank you so much. Appreciate the thumbs up. I haven't even asked for a single one of them yet, but who knows? I may have more than 3 thumbs up. My guess is, I know it may be a bit braggadocious, but I may have more than 3 thumbs up at this point in time. Dove season is here. You did not walk into a thicket of cacti, dove season. That did not happen here. You'd have to be out in the Sonora Desert. But you know what? If you go into the Sonora Desert, don't fall asleep, because then you will be in the Sonora Desert. You know what I'm saying? We can't have that. Never fall asleep in the Sonora Desert, because then you will wake up in the Sonora Desert. All right. Let's see here. I want a BLT, but hold the bacon and tomato. All right. That's it. I love BLTs, but I don't like them with bacon or tomatoes on them. Whenever I order a BLT, I had them hold those 2 things, and they just taste much better without those 2 things, in my opinion. 79 likes. All right. Nice. That's the atomic number for gold. Can you dig it? I don't know if you can dig it or not. Yes, you can. You can dig for gold, but it will take a lot of effort. JM Unleashed says this. I remember Jolt Cola, but never tried it. The only 2 energy drinks I've ever tried was Red Bull and Beaver Buzz. Ooh, Beaver Buzz. I've never heard of that. It sounds like a Canadian thing. Wow. I'd love to try. That's wild. Man, Beaver Buzz. Sounds like something we couldn't get in the States. Yes, indeed. Lettuce with bread. That's right, Relic Addicts. That's exactly right. Lettuce with bread. Or a honeymoon salad, which is lettuce alone, no dressing. Okay? All right. Let's see here. And the lovely Annie Oakley, again, otherwise known as my mom, says, thanks for another awesome video, Sal. As for me, I'm praying for world peace. Wars and rumors of wars is getting pretty crazy. Sure is. Yep, I'd much rather see peace. Yep, exactly. And the thing is that, Putin could declare victory if he just took those eastern provinces where they've been fighting since 2014. But the Zelensky needs to give them up, though, at this point. Very good. All right. Jolt, twice the caffeine. All the sugar and twice the caffeine, I think, was a motto somebody else posted. A lot of people remember Jolt. The Sporting Center one says this here. It would be interesting to know what happens at the end of the stacker's life. Lots of different stories, but what is the average outcome is the more likely outcome. It is wise to seek wisdom from these people with experience. Indeed it is. You're right. Russian death metal band Slaughter to Prevail. I've heard of them. I've heard of Slaughter to Prevail, but I've never heard of them. There was another Russian band called Gorky Park from back in the day. The guy that played a triagonal bass. I always thought it was a 2-string bass, but I don't think that was right, because I went back and watched that video from Gorky Park. But anyways, all right. Michael K got a scammer call. All right, man. Crazy Silver Day. Sure is. 28 Baby Shark. Good to see you. And we've got this. Impeti. Record activity means record high pricing in the future. Yes. I think so too. And on the video, the BA says about the I've never seen this with platinum before video. Which Jay Unleashed has been very kind to link above, by the way, if you get a chance to check it out after this broadcast is over. BA says about a decade ago, when gold was bouncing between 1.1 and 1.5K, you could buy 1 ounce gold coins for $80 to $100 under spot from all the major vendors all day long by combining e-bucks and credit card rewards. Yes, that's right. This says that's how I bought most of mine. Good point. I remember those days. And I did not take advantage of it. I never got any eBay bucks. They never came my way for some reason. It was insane in the membrane. But I remember those days well. For sure. Let's see. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker, I believe it was 1992 or 91, if I'm not mistaken, that they became a country. Had a question for you. I'm here to answer my question. How much should someone sell gold for per ounce under the present value? It's going to depend, Greg and Chewy, where you go to sell it. Most places probably now, given that a lot of people are selling gold, depending on how much they have in stock, is likely going to be under spot price. Maybe 1 to 2% back of spot price, and that's back of bid price. And but yeah, sorry I missed that question. Thank you, James Unleashed, for bringing that to my attention. But yeah, that's probably. But now you can sell it for about spot if you sell it peer to peer on through Whatnot or other platforms. But there's some risk involved in that, so just keep that in mind. And this is bid price. You can see here, it's quite a bit difference between the two metals. It's $2 and change here. So you're gonna get probably 1% back of 33.56 right now. So there it is. By the way, the metals complex is popping up a little bit tonight in the open in Asia. Silver is gathering a little bit, just a very small amount of steam here. Picked up 3 cents today to $34.63. $34 silver is important, folks. Indeed it is. I talked about that in my video this late this afternoon, if you get a chance to check that out. But I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, and you are here. Chuckles is here. I always get a little laugh when I see the name Chuckles. It makes me chuckle a bit when I see Chuckle. Thank you. Thank you, Greg and Chewy. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Palladium is the one to watch, says John Knox. 3% below, but also at 6% below around me. Yeah, and I think it does depend. But yeah, it depends on what the stock is like. But yeah, that doesn't sound unreasonable at this point in time. Pomeray, I think this thing is somewhat experimental. They put out there community leaderboard. I don't think it's very accurate as far as participation, what have you. But I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's there. I think people have gotten bored of it because it really doesn't reflect any real activity here. It's kind of random, I think, at this point. I think they're experimenting with it, but nonetheless. All right, let's see here. Skeptical said this here. By the way, hello, R. Delgado. Good to see you. Maria, have a good night. Sorry, Maria. Take care, Maria. Thanks for popping in, Maria. Thank you so much for being here. Maria. Have a good one. And good to see my kid as a grandmaster is here, too. Good to see you. Skeptical. This is what I love about the metals market. They're so emotionally driven. You can speak logically about chart fundamentals or COMEX shortages and nothing but scare the pants off investors and watch gold and silver zoom. Exactly right, Skeptical. It's absolutely insane. You're exactly right. This is why we want to be able to provide relief for precious metal syndrome. We call that precious metal syndrome, otherwise known as PMS, right? It's insane in the membrane. Okay, we've got Cactus Stacker says, preserve your wealth 1 ounce at a time. Exactly. Measure your wealth in ounces and not so much in what the price of it is, and you're going to be okay over the long course of time. Price matters, but perspective is everything. And having that perspective, thinking outside of the system totally, really does make a difference here. Kookaburra Man, are we going to see Fort Knox audit or not? My guess is we probably will, but I think probably what's happening now is Trump is busy trying to deal with trade policy and also with the Russia thing. I think it's heavily focused in those areas, but I think we'll probably see it. But it may not be until later in the year or next year is my guess at this point. And Goma 12X, is the steel tariffs the driver? As of 7:30 p.m., silver is up twice as much as silver. I do agree war is bad. I think you meant to say copper or some other metal. I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy. The steel tariffs are a part of it. Well, Grant W. Elon is not totally gone. He's just not a special government employee. And the Doge team is still in effect, and he's got the ear of Elon. Trump has the ear of Elon, and he's still an advisor. He's just not a special employee. All right. CP, I'm so with you on that Queen Elizabeth II portrait. And such a waste and does her no justice, yes. And they held it for a long time, since 2003. It's crazy. Cybercurrent Twitcher, who's been here the whole night, I just didn't notice, and I apologize profusely for that. Check out his latest video. This must be the first time gold has actually gone up in a few days after I made a purchase. Whoa! There goes CCT, so stay tuned to his channel. He may show what he got, but that is awesome. Yes, I was pretty fortunate as well to make a purchase before it rose as well. Yes, indeed. All right. All right, let's see here. Yeah, thanks everybody who pressed the thumbs up button. Appreciate that. Wayne Pugh, 4981, says this. I have a natural gold nugget. It's a little under half an ounce. Wow, that's a pretty good size one. With some impurities that can be expected for something unrefined. Exactly right. Well, congratulations on having one of those. I did a little short video on Alaskan gold nuggets, 7 ounces of it, if you get a chance to check it out. Thank you to Jam Unleashed for posting a link to CCT's channel. Appreciate that. John Powell says it's going to be an interesting next few days. I think so too. This whole week's going to be pretty wild. And by the way, Jam Unleashed has been very kind. He's got a great channel too. Check him out. If one of my other moderators can post a link to JM Unleashed channel, I'd appreciate that. Silver Drill Pickle is with us. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Silver Drill Pickle. Good to see you. And let us move our way up to this next comment from Chemo63301. Let me get over here to make this thing efficient. We got to do this. Clear the leaderboard here. Sal, I went to purchase some items at Summit Metals, and the system tried to charge me tax. Oh, man, that's not good. Website says to contact them, and they will refund the purchase if you are in a no-tax state. That is just too much of a hassle for me. I tried to give them some business. I'll try again later. Well, Keem, I will certainly make a note of that and let them know, because they should not be doing that. But definitely call them. If you see a really good deal there, definitely make the buy and contact them, because if they do that, they should work to make sure that doesn't happen again. Yes, indeed. All right. Jeannie P is here. Welcome, Jeannie P. I think she's new here, so welcome. From last time, good evening to you. Thanks for popping back in tonight. Tom Larson is still with us. Jonathan Endow says here, got a few platinum maples. My faves are the Royal Beast from the Royal Mint. Yes, very nice. Those are very, very cool. What is 50 XP? It's some sort of scoring that is tied to those. I don't really think it means anything, and I don't think this is a total accurate representation of engagement in the chat either. So I don't really understand what that is. All right. S. Clark says here, I love gold and silver. Thank you, Florida. Yes, indeed. It's a good move. They got to work out some details, but it's a good move for sure. Mark Razor is here. Welcome. Good to see you, sir. You guys are awesome. Dennis Niemeyer, up, and away. Gold and silver prices by the dips. Thank you, Sal. Thank you so much. Joe Rock, 1736, as we peruse our way through the broadcast here tonight. Says here, Yahoo, I'm picking up an order this morning. Ordered it a couple weeks ago. 10-gram gold bar and 2 10-ounce silver RC mint bars. Awesome. Congratulations. Very cool. Thank you. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah, thank you, Chuckles. They will be known to have some deals. They have raised the prices on some products, but they still get some good deals from every once in a while for sure. So check them out. Keep them in mind. Master Blaster says, last night in your live chat, I predicted silver will go up to $35 an ounce today. It will be an interesting day. Indeed, it will be. And I almost got there, Master Blaster. Far out, some metal cell. Thank you, RZDYF. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you. Joel Cole on the Vancouver Exchange. Penny stock went to 29 bucks. Nice. Did not know that. Interesting. All right. F37 Metal says, very cool video. And he says, love those diamond hands. That's right. Don't lose those diamond hands. Get you some 90% silver. Stop the melt. Exactly right. All right. You guys are great. Thank you, J-Mon Lisa, again for posting that. Good to see Matt Winge is here. Is it Winge or Wing? Wing? All right. Very, very good. Coins A to Z says, you know I'm always here for platinum. Yes. Good stuff. Thank you, thank you. Kitty looked annoyed and not interested. But nice coin salary. That's right. Kitty was annoyed, not quite as interested. Soft Kitty, 1 ounce gold, a little short I did. I've been doing the shorts more lately, but yes, indeed. Grant W, hope all goes well at the dentist on Tuesday, next Tuesday at 2:30. Hope all goes well for you. Run Silent, Run Deep from the last broadcast says this. Sorry I missed you. I had to run some errands this evening and just made it back now. I'll catch up Tuesday. Thank you. Well, we're here, Run Silent, Run Deep. I hope you will stop in. I'm responding to your comment, which is a comment on my live stream, from which I responded to another comment. Isn't it amazing how things work? It's crazy. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. The Rooster says, thanks, Brother Sal. Have a great day. Thank you so much. And Burn 305, good evening from Canada. Good evening to you from the Great White North. Appreciate you watching. Platinum Gnome says this. I love the kitty. I'm actually raising 2 baby cats that were abandoned. It's been an experience, but the multicross is such a hard to find coin lately. Pressburg better make more. Yes. Well, they have a very high mintage on them. I think there's like 20,000 mintage, I think, on those things. But they're just not here in the U.S. It's crazy. Yes, stop the melt campaign. What is the video on that one again, Silver Shelby? I may check that out and do a video on that. Does he have it in his title of the video? For Coin Shop Chris. Silver Heist is here. We've got over 101 thumbs up, and I think we can thank Silver Heist for part of that, at least for 1/100th of it, if I'm not mistaken. If he did press that thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. Michael K is still here. Jay Malik's still here. You guys are awesome. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let's Pressburg Mint up to the next one here and see what we've got here. Got happening this way. Yeah, APMEX is usually pretty high on most of their, especially their stacker stuff. They're very high. They're not worth checking out for deals. Very rarely do they get a good deal. They have one of the best selections out there, and they have, for certain products you're looking for that are not pure stackable stuff, you may find some deals. But I'm not a big fan of how they do some of their business, to be honest with you. And I have bought from them, and we'll probably continue to buy from them for some products, but if I'm going to be stacking, it's going to be other places that are more friendly to stackers, you know, exactly. All right, Annie Oakley, a silver bull. How about a silver bullet? Sounds better than a cow or a silver heifer. That's true. I like that. Take it from a farm girl. I like that. Silver bullet. I like that. Street Maximum, does Summit Metals charge tax on precious metals at checkout? They should not if you aren't paying, unless you live in a state that does charge taxes. They will not or should not. If they are, then reach out to them and they will get it taken care of. Yeah, my local coin shop can raise, they can handle 5% increases in silver prices, they do very well. They can charge more for their silver. Now, if they take a 5% loss, or if it drops 5%, well, they hedge themselves too. They can always sell some of that silver back, or sell more to the public. They hedge in different ways, these local coin shops do. Intaglio has a kitty series. It sent me a picture and email of a kitty coin. There you go. Nice. Very cool. APMEX used to be the go-to for stackers. Yes, indeed, it did used to be. And I'm not saying they're still not a place to shop. Like I said, they will once in a blue moon have a decent price on some things around the holidays, but not as much anymore these days. And remember, their prices above spot are their spot price, not the spot price. There's a difference. Andrew Potter, I missed a live, but thank you for your tenacity. Thank you. We're being tenacious again today and broadcasting now. Thank you, Andrew. Cookie Man, some people will never learn for sure. That's right, exactly. That's why I seek to educate as well with some of my videos, and I appreciate you guys taking time to watch them. Okay, have a good night, Michael K. Appreciate you. Praying for Donna, and have a good night, brother. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Shotgun Susie found the Tiger Stacker emoticon. Very cool. Michael K. Something about that word fondle. Very good. Bye. Yes, indeed. I love the fondle. I'm fondling it right now. If you want to know what coin I'm flipping, check out the video called I've Never Seen This with Platinum Before. You'll know what it is about. Thank you, Bill457. You are awesome. Thank you for being here. Silver's on the move again, says Relic Addicts. Let's see what he's talking about. It's up 5 cents now. It's a pretty good little recovery we're seeing for silver. Gold up $6.80. Same in the membrane. Matt Wing, it says here. Awesome round, throwback swing, the van, and talking Jolt Soda. Yes, indeed, that's right. Exactly. We love it. We love it for sure. Yeah, let's see here. Okay. Let's press on through and see what we've got as we get to the next comment. My LCS refuses to carry platinum or palladium at the shop. They buy it 3 to 4% below the spot and send it to their wholesaler. Okay. Yep, and that is something you got to remember with platinum too. If your local coin shop won't take it, or they're going to give you so far back of it, just keep that in mind before buying it. Liquidity is something you got to consider. And I'm telling you what, that's probably one reason why I may actually have too much platinum because of that. My local coin shop would probably give me spot for it, is my guess. They have sold it before and will sell it. They do get from platinum from time to time, and they move it across the counter, but not every place does. There's some places that don't want to mess with it. And I did inquire with Summit Metals, and they said that they've not seen much demand for it. But they may carry it if they start to see demand for it. But, I mean, this platinum video got hardly any views on it. And I think that's why channels like Platinum Beast was a big risk when he started putting videos out, because people don't seem to be that interested in platinum. It's crazy. But I don't care. I'll still talk about it, and I still love the metal. But it is what it is. All right. But I would never encourage somebody to buy something. I don't want people to get stuck with something if they can't liquidate it. All right, Jamin Lee says, great report. The last big smackdown in silver price was just 2 months ago, which knocked it down to $28.50. We've seen a really nice recovery in advance since then. That's right, exactly. I remember that well. That was a big smackdown. That was April 2nd or 3rd when that happened. It was insane in the membrane. Okay. Let's see here. Where are we at here? AKF 3320, hold strong, mate. I just grabbed a few more maples to add to the collection. Congratulations, way to go. All right, let's answer a few more here. My mom had that same van in 1988. Nice. All right. Yeah, I showed a cool van in this video and the Cybertruck as well. And Michael Angelo says here, literally the only holdback I have on platinum is the high premiums. I'd buy in a heartbeat if I found it in a spot. All right, very good. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is a problem with that. And see, the thing, if I were to take it and sell it right now, I probably would still lose money on it if I went and sold it today, even though platinum's up. Joe Cola got me through some all-night study sessions in college. All right, Keith Barlow, that's awesome. Very cool. Very good. All right, nice. Well, folks, I think we've come to the end of our broadcast. I got to get to work on tomorrow's video. The work never stops, but you guys are worth it, and I appreciate you guys for being here tonight and hanging out with me. And thank you again for Michael K for the PayPal and for Tucson Bubba for the loan super chat tonight. Only had one. So you guys are taking it easy on me for the push-ups tonight. But appreciate you guys. You're awesome. And I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. We will see you back here on Friday. Take care. Night.